What is up, everybody? It's MARKPIRES. It's election day. And it's a real talk, real estate 101. That's right. We're back. This is going to be a weekly get-together, maybe daily, I don't know. But I'm going to come out here and talk to you about the real estate business. Going to discuss the ups, the downs, the process, maybe just details within the buying process, the selling process. So if you are a buyer, if you're a seller, if you want to be either or, you can reach out to me with any questions. This is also a call-in show. Glynis, how are you? So good to see you guys. This is the Real Talk Real Estate 101 show. But while I'm here, we will be getting into a lot of stuff. It's election day. I'm going to be back later on for an action-packed broadcast. Basically going to broadcast all night as we look over the results, discuss thoughts, observations on this 2020 election cycle. Complete insanity, right? Jerry, how are you? Good to see you. We're here for a special segment I'll be doing probably daily. It's called the Real Talk Real Estate 101. And basically any questions you have at all about real estate, we're going to get into. And I wanted to discuss what happens after today. I mean, we all know that we're going to be dealing with either 4 more years of the same president or 4 more new years with a new president, and things are going to change. So how do they change? Do they change for the positive? Do they change for the negative? I want to just have a little back and forth with you, see what you think. I want to have some thoughts coming through in the chat. D, how are you? Good to see you. So let's just paint a picture real quick and see 4 more years of Donald Trump. Does anything change? Does it stay the same? What I can tell you has happened with real estate is we had, when you look at over the last 26 years, we finally had a huge stride here, but it has to do with the corona. It has nothing to do with the market. It has nothing to do with actual buyers wanting to come to Connecticut. They want to come to Connecticut to get out of New York. That's the only detail that's missing here. It's not because Connecticut is this, that, another thing, or New Jersey is this, that, another thing. It's away from people. Life is constantly shifting. I went through a cycle of time at my real estate business where the out-of-town properties nobody wanted. If it was 10 minutes from the office, nobody wanted it. You'd be paying premium, like 20, 25% more, just to be minutes closer to town. Talking about a 10-minute ride from the house to the center of town. Nobody wanted those homes. Now, that's all people want. Nobody wants that house right in the middle of downtown New Canaan anymore. Because they have to go outside and go grab their newspaper and possibly run into somebody. And nobody wants to see anybody anymore. To the point they tried to get everybody to mail-in vote. This is a great idea. You're going out to get your groceries, you're going out to work, you're going out to do whatever else, your gasoline, whatever you're doing, you're going to do. You put your mask on, your gloves, but you can't go and vote. That's just not safe. I sat in a line today. I'm actually going to show you the picture. Sat in a line today. Where's my I voted sticker? That's on my other shirt, my sweatshirt. But here's what happened. The line was insane. Around the corner. I mean, it was a good 40-minute wait for us to vote. Now, I don't tolerate this idea of us standing in a line outside and having masks on. I'm sorry. Are you kidding me? Outdoor with the wind blowing? You want me to stand out there with a mask outside? Is that not the most mental thing in the world? In a straight line, wearing masks. I understand. Inside you could help not spread because things stay in a confined space. And if you cough, you sneeze in a confined space, it sits there. But outdoor? Outdoor with wind everywhere? I'm outdoors and I'm not allowed to just breathe the air? Every freaking person wearing their dumb mask? Oh, I took mine off. I had it down here. I don't give a crap. You know what? If I'm going to get corona, the CV19 by walking in a straight line in the ethers, are you kidding? Oh, guys, it kills me. It kills me. I understand that this is a dangerous thing, and it's actually, we've gone red where I am in Connecticut. We're on the rise again. But standing outside when you got millions of acres around you, and let's put masks on, may spread that CV. Oh, God almighty. It's like the stupidity of us. We're so stupid as people. Yeah, wear them when you go into places and you got lots of people around. But go outside, walk in the middle of planet Earth, around planet Earth with a mask on? Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, we're doing it though. We're doing it. What was the survival rate on that one, by the way? Oh, 99 plus? Oh, okay. So we had about I'd say 130, 140 people standing in that line. So you're saying that basically like 129 of us would have made it, 128 out of that 130. Not one life is too many, Mark. Yeah, no, you're right. Totally. But let's just wear masks every day for the rest of our lives and we walk outside too. Ugh. I got a better one. Why don't we wear masks while we drive our cars by ourselves? If you're this person, please don't even leave your home. What are you even doing? What are you doing? You're driving in your own car wearing a mask. Think about that for one moment. Just think about how stupid that sounds. Just think how stupid it sounds. Forget about how it looks and the fact that you are that guy or that person. Just think about that. I'm driving in my own completely confined environment. Oh, no, but I put the air on in the car. Oh, okay. So the filters and all, yeah, you're bringing it into your car and then it's getting, yeah. It's crazy. I want to say hi to Conspiracy, to Sonny, to Mike, to Kato, to Ellie, to MJ. Guys, I'm so glad you're with me. Sid, you guys are with me for the early show. Farkas is in the house. How you doing, bud? Let's see who else is kicking it. Rick Smith, I'm loving it. And Captain Satsable and Brad is here. Brad, Tanya. Brad, thank you for your note the other day. If you ever need me, buddy, just shoot me a note. My email is very simple. Just you could send me an email to markpiresrealtalk@gmail is an easy one to remember. markpiresrealtalk@gmail. Nobody will ever forget that again. But Brad, like, cause it made me smile. Your comment was awesome. And I was like, awesome. Like, I want to be here to see like smiles on other people's faces. So that was an amazing thing to see your message. Tanya, good to see you. Mike. So guys, we're here to talk about real estate. If you have any questions at all about real estate, I'd like to know. My brother Wages is on. He says, I bet Hunter had a hole in his mask for his crack pipe. You're probably right on that one. I mean, look, seriously, guys, what? It's kind of this interesting thing, guys, that everything I created this year is kind of pointless after today. I was thinking about that. Besides the impressions where I did just like Christopher Walken, Al Pacino, and Nicholson, anything that involved like a day in this past year where Biden was saying something or the president was saying something, I got to be careful. I can't even say words. So I'm just thinking, those things will be pointless in the next couple of days. Whenever we do have a victor. Now it could be Joe Biden is the victor. And if Joe Biden is, which makes me sick to think about, but if it is, then now anything I did as Trump being like, look, I'm going to win big league is like stupid. And same thing, if Trump wins, everything that Biden said and sounded stupid, nobody cares to see anymore. So we're kind of over it all. This is the end of it. So I think what's going to happen today is I'm going to keep this sort of short. This is going to be maybe an hour. I'm going to go and we're going to stock up because I got to hit the store for items. I'm going to put my mask on and go to the store because that's what you do when you need to do things. Like, say, vote for an American election. I don't know. You just put your mask on and you go. And I got to tell you already, some crazy things happen. I want to share something with you guys that I think is the corruption in this world is unbelievable. And the whole idea that people were saying for weeks and months now that, oh, there's no proof of any corruption. Even the FBI said that the FBI also held a laptop for a year that Hunter Biden with crack photos of Hunter Biden and emails to Joe Biden saying, hey, thanks for introducing me to your dad when I was in Washington. While he's the VP of the United States, Ukraine gas company. Yeah. And then his son works there as $183,000 a month. He works there as some sort of board member. Excuse me? These things happened and the FBI let them go. So for me to hear the FBI even says is bullcrap. The FBI sucks. I'm sorry to say that, but think about it. The last 3 or 4 things that have happened, the FBI is working against the government. This is a really, really scary time when the Federal Bureau of Investigations is working against the federal government. What? The sitting president of the United States, the FBI working against. And the eventual sitting president, the time that they were doing this, when they were doing this, all the spying, it continued into the transfer. So they're spying on Trump as he's getting into the Oval. This is like unbelievable, and no one wants to talk about these things. I had a conversation the other day, and it baffles me again because nobody knows what happens. Someone said, "What do you mean, Hunter Biden?" I don't even know. What? What's Hunter Biden about? I said, "You don't know anything about what happened?" They're like, "No." I said, "Of course you don't." They censored it. They blocked people for sharing the truth. They blocked people on Twitter. Facebook censored. You couldn't find the story for 2 days. And guess when it's the most important time to see a story? Within the first 24 hours, because by then, that's when the cycle is, the 24-hour cycle. And so 2-3 days, we realized we made a mistake. Jack Sparrow. Yeah, Jack Sparrow came out, pirate. He's like a scumbag pirate now. You see that? He looks like he's at his easy top. I don't even know what's going on with this dude. Nose ring. I was about to pull him. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I got to do an impression of him next because he's a chooch. It's happening. I may do it later on. Jack Sparrow. Freaking Captain Jack over there. Are you kidding me? Did you see him? He does this squinting thing. Well, I'm gonna watch that dude because I'll tell you what, I don't really do much on Twitter, but I don't like that dude. The way he was acting. Oh, these guys, these billionaires, the way they act. Look, yeah, I know you have billions. Doesn't make you a better human being. I don't know. But guys, we're here. Today is the day. It's going to be over. And what happens tomorrow? So let's paint the picture again. So we get 4 more years of Trump. Does anything change? Well, we know that the rates are going to stay low for a period of time. We know that there's going to be a rebuild. They talk about this V-shaped recovery. We're in the middle of the recovery. And so if this is true, we're going to continue to hopefully do better. The virus is going nowhere. Also, because I had a doctor on here for a very long time, for 4 weeks, who spoke about this. The VACCINES, those aren't going to do anything either because people are still going to die. So it's a sad thing all around. This is a pandemic. They need to try to get rid of as many people as possible. AI is coming. Too many bodies for the work that will be in the forefront in the mid-2020s. This is a theory of mine. I'm just thinking this is my theory. When you have a computer, like seriously, this is a complete new generation of thinking that's coming towards us. It literally is. It's AI. We don't know how they think because they're thinking on their own. And we're just about there. And what happens then is you don't have any more physical manual jobs. You have everything done by computers. It's automated. Well, what do? Well, Sam goes there and just watches and makes sure the computer doesn't have any issues and that it doesn't need a new hard drive every once in a while. But what about all the other people? Well, we're going to get a universal, paid income. We're going to say universal income. You get money to just be here on this planet. But it's not enough to really do anything. The whole world lives in poverty, except for the global elite, which, of course, this is run by. And this is the fear that I have within me. And so, like I say, I don't know what happens tomorrow, but we're not going in the right direction. And if this is an eventuality anyway, then real estate doesn't mean a thing. Okay, let's be honest. For me right now, people still buy and sell homes. But if this goes south the way that it could, then people don't think about anything anymore. And they can't do anything anymore. So, listen, the important thing to realize is that we finally made it to today. This is the most insane year I've ever experienced in my life. I'm 42. I'm thankful for a few things. I think I told you guys this the other day, but without this president, without the chaos in this world, you would not see me. You would never have seen me again. Not again, you never would have seen me. I would have stayed in my life with my 3 kids and my wife and working a real estate job, and affecting a positive change one person at a time in the real estate business. I was doing it. The world needed more of something that I wasn't seeing. So you should all be thinking, if you like this show at all, you should be thankful that Donald Trump was the president for these 4 years. If he gets 4 more, be thankful for that too. Because again, if you like this show, it only exists because of the chaos that started while this president was sitting in that chair in the White House. And honestly, I think like if the world was fair and if the media treated the guy fairly, I never even would have stepped up at all. I would have sat back because I would have been a normal presidency. Nobody's ever experienced what this guy's gone through. No president has ever been treated this way in the history of the United States of America. Prior to getting into the Oval Office, called Hitler, called xenophobe, etc., 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 anti-Semite with a daughter that's Jewish and son-in-law, whatever. But from before, and it carried through the entire presidency, not one breath in between. Patton Oswalt's sister in the street, "I'm not my president." This was real. And you can't pretend it's anything else. Like anybody else who wants to say, well, it's because Trump did. It's what Trump did. No, it's because of what I just said. The narrative never changed. You can't call someone something before they have a chance to show you what they can do, and you continue to call them the same thing without actually seeing what they're doing. And when people actually do that little test I said for them to do, which is to type in on whatever your favorite search engine is, if it's Google, if it's Bing, if it's DuckDuckGo, Donald Trump's accomplishments as president. And that doesn't matter anymore. Everybody's already voted. But you should have done this because then you would have seen something you definitely didn't see on the news, which is what he actually did. And there are a lot of really, really impressive things for America, for the people in America, for the people who are not doing well in America. Amazing things happen that you never heard about because if you heard about them, you probably would not have voted for a sleep sofa. But they did a really good job of keeping him away from interviews, keeping him away from tough questions, keeping him away from people. The guy hung out in a basement the whole time and he may become the president. If this guy becomes the president, it's a disgrace that people actually voted him in without actually campaigning. He comes out at the end just reading off a teleprompter for the last 3 weeks, screaming at people through a microphone. That's a campaign? No tough questions. None. And when he did get them, he starts stammering and he couldn't answer them. So they stopped with the tough questions. That's why when you watch my interviews with Trump and with Biden, they're hilarious because I say stuff like, Mr. President, I'm going to start with a really soft question. Why are you such a racist and a xenophobe? Oh, always the softballs, huh, Chris? Yeah, thanks. I really appreciate those. And then he goes over to Biden, Mr. Vice President, can you tell me what do you like to do on a day off? What? These are the two questions? That's what it seems like. Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, what's your favorite kind of sandwich? Excuse me? Favorite kind? Mr. President, please be quiet. Let him finish. Let him speak. Are you kidding me, Sleepy Poo? You're going to give him a question like that? You asked me about how do I multiply 74 times 16 minus 4? How could I do that without a calculator? Or without a pencil, paper, and like 3 minutes to go and like do the equation? Well, because you can't do it in your head, Mr. President. That's why you're not. That's why you're racist. Like, that's what's going on in this world. And you know what? It baffles me as well. You spend 4 years going after a guy for fake information in a Steele dossier. They call it Steele dossier. It was some guy named Steele who created this report on Trump. But it was paid for by Hillary Clinton. They knew about it the whole time. The FBI, remember we were talking about the FBI before? Yeah, the FBI said that voting is not a fraud. Really? Did you ever see Jerry Nadler? It's episode 18 of the Donald Trump Show, guys. Jerry Nadler. He said, I can show you fraud, voter fraud that'll make your head spin. Jerry Nadler said that. Why does anybody look at this? Oh, no. The FBI said. Yeah, the FBI also said that Trump was colluding with Russia. The FBI also held onto a laptop for over a year with Hunter Biden smoking crack, passed out with crack pipes out of his mouth. Father, hey, Dad, here, we got to give 10% to the big guy. Look, I'm the big guy. Just don't tell anybody that's my name. Sometimes I forget they call me big guy. But you can also go and watch Jim Carrey do it horribly. What the freak happened to Jim Carrey? Where's the talent anymore, buddy? I'm so surprised by this. He used to be so talented. Now he's like the worst. I can't believe it. I feel bad saying that. I've always loved Jim Carrey. I always thought he was so talented. Then I watch him on stage in SNL. Maybe it's because I've been doing Biden for a year and I'm very critical now, but I just don't see it hard being like, look, my Aunt Judy. Like, how hard is it to say that way? He's a celebrity impressionist. I used to watch him when he was younger do celebrity impressions dead on. He'd do Elvis. He'd do whoever. I don't even know, but he was good. He was freaking awesome. That's like there's no love in people once they make it. It's a weird thing. I don't get that. Like, if you're not inspired to get up and do something to make people laugh, stay home. Go and paint another masterpiece, okay, Jim Carrey? We don't need you going up there. Look, my Jim Carrey. I'm going to be Jim Carrey right now. Well, oh, look, it's Joe Biden. I'm just going to be Joe Biden. I'm going to pretend I'm Ace Ventura. Like, nobody talks like this. This is how hi, look, my Aunt Judy told me that. That's basically what Jim Carrey, you know that I just did Jim Carrey's Joe Biden, right? Wait. I could do Joe Biden, or I could do Jim Carrey doing Joe Biden. Let's try that. Well, look, my cousin told me. Look, he's not even getting to that tone. That's the simple tone. Look, my aunt, damn, I got the hair on my legs. You know, like that's easy. But Dad, I don't know what's going on with him. Ripper, what's going on, buddy? Casey, how you doing? Yes, Casey says it right, and I don't want to say that on the Real Talk Real Estate 101 segment, but still, look it. I'm getting off topic because this is a real talk. I was down in Florida getting ice cream at this place called Love Boat. Anybody ever go down to Fort Myers, this place called Love Boat? Unbelievable ice cream, handmade ice cream. And they have a book there where you could sign in anywhere you're from in the world. You go there and you sign in. And we sign in all this. But I'm standing in line. We go there like every night. We go to visit my in-laws. And so we go there every night to grab ice cream with the kids. And I'm standing in line and some kid, like 17, 18-year-old kid sitting in front of me. And we start talking. Somehow we got into a real talk. We're in the middle of chatting. And all of a sudden, back and forth. I said, I don't know if you're on Instagram. At the time, I was doing Instagram. So I don't know if you're on Instagram, but I'm live every day. And I got this show. It's called Real Talk. And I said, MARKPIRES Real Talk. And he goes, you should change your name. I said, what? He goes, yeah, you should change your name to Real Talk. You should just be Real Talk Pires. He's like, that would be like sick. He's like, I could see it already, like Real Talk Pires. Forget about Mark. You should be Real Talk Pires. Like, because I'd said to him, I'm like, everything in my life is Real Talk. I was like, I'm standing here in a line to get ice cream, and I'm Real Talking you. I'm sorry. This is just how I am. I'm in here trying to do a Real Talk Real Estate 101, and I'm Real Talking. Because this is what happens, my friends. The moment becomes, and I don't know anything except to fill it with light and with something inspirational, and it was happening in that moment. The guy goes, you should just change your name to Real Talk Pires. So it's been a funny joke over since that happened. I'll just bring that up occasionally. I'll think about Real Talk Pires. But bottom line is, it's true. When you become the essence of the show you've been doing for 674 days in a row, it's a pretty insane thing. And I still have to spend my time, though, during the day making money for real estate. So like I said, this is my focus right now, is to come out here and to talk to you guys about what happens with my market going forward. Now, let's paint the other picture. Sleepy poopy pants. My Aunt Judy told me that I should raise taxes. Okay, so let's start there. If Joe Biden raises taxes, not if, when he raises taxes, $3 trillion, what happens to the real estate market? Well, buying power goes down. So people who are able to afford X are not able to. Now, I know he said he's not going to raise taxes on X, Y, or Z, but I don't believe any of that. I don't believe a word out of this guy's mouth. When you tell me college is going to be free for everybody, and we're going to have universal free health care for everybody, and just saying whatever, and we're going to speak about, what did he say? I don't even want to say this. He wants to talk about everything except for God in school. Let's just say it that way. Like, what? You got rid of it, and got rid of saying the word God in school. And now you want to talk about other faiths to pander for votes? He did it. So like I said, I don't trust a word out of this guy's mouth. He's going to raise everybody's taxes. This is going to be either a complete takeover, and we're just communism tomorrow, or it'll be slow, but we will be communism by the fourth year of his, not his, he won't even be in for 3 weeks. I told you, she pushes him down the stairs. A couple days in, She's going to wait for Aunt Judy to come by to visit. And then he's going to look, oh, Joe, it was your Aunt Judy. No, it wasn't. It was you, Kamala. No, I would never do that. I loved Joe. Yeah, do you, Kamala? You just can't wait to get in that Oval. Oh, I can't stand that lady. Are you guys kidding me? Who the hell's waiting? Why would anybody vote for her? What the hell's going on? She got less than 1% of the vote when she went for president. Less than 1%. If you vote for them because you're like, well, I'm fine with her. Whew, really? I saw a great video of some Chinese lady and like 4 or 5 Chinese ladies in San Francisco. And they were tearing her apart. They're like, are you kidding me? She says that she's going to have this be the platform that the nation works their law enforcement around. She's like, she put so many people in jail. She's been horrible for this state. And she went through a long list of things and reasons why she would be terrible as VP, because if they do follow this as the model, the California model that she implemented, the lady said that America will be shot. So I'm really worried. Wait, who does impersonations? Kamala does impersonations? Oh, please tell me that's not true. I would like to see if Kamala does an impersonation. Rippy, I love you, buddy. Sonny, it's so good to see you guys with me. Who's on? How many people are on with us right now? Because I'm not on the page yet. Let me go over here. I'm going to see if I can get to the live. Here we go. Whoa, 33 of you guys. I love you guys. Holy cow. I was like, this is like 5 or 10 people are kicking it with me right now. What? You guys are awesome. Oh. Lady Jan, you know, I got to get into it. I got to just say how I feel sometimes, okay? And I'm worried. I'm worried about this nation because they've been lied to for the last 4 years. It's been an unstoppable locomotive, I swear. If you think about this, the train started from the escalator. It's like they fueled up as he was coming down the escalator. By the time he finished his first speech saying, I'm going to run for president. Look, I'm going to try to bring this country back from crap, really. I mean, did you see what Obama did to everything? Everybody's poor. I mean, seriously? Like, everyone's paying taxes through the nose. You got Ukraine. You got a crackhead. Oh, he's on the board? Oh, good. Okay, we'll go after that. Year 5, probably. Yeah, when we get our re-election. There's this guy who's predicted every president since Reagan, I think. And he uses these 7 variables in order to determine who's going to be the president. And he says that Trump's going to lose. He's never been wrong. He picked Trump last time. But he says Trump had it as a shoo-in about a year ago until someone pushed this narrative. And we fell for it. By we, it's the royal we. The United States of America fell for the complete sham. Doesn't anybody find it interesting that there have not been any movies? No Hollywood movies at all. Why? Why don't you think there's been any Hollywood movies? Well, yeah, because of CV. That's one reason. But I wonder what happened to all those writers. I wonder what happened to all those writers. It's been a pretty action-packed year, hasn't it? We're down in Minneapolis right now. There's a saint going, God, look. I wonder if all these people are just paid. I know they were paid. I mean, and then you have these bonehead morons out there saying, yeah, it was Trump's people. I'm like, holy cow. So you don't go to YouTube and actually watch the footage of people with their cell phones filming these lefties out there saying how much they hate Trump and they want to burn down America. Oh, no, but that's the right-wing supremacists. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I have not seen one white supremacist out there doing anything. It's 1,695% left-wing anarchists, and anybody who says different is lying to themselves. Turn on the YouTubes. Go to the YouTubes. You go to the YouTubes. Just type in left-wing anarchy. Just type in Antifa riot. Just type in rioting in the streets and just listen to what's coming out of the mouths of these people. It's not, yeah, Trump 2020. They're all saying F Trump. F Trump. They're all saying F Trump, but that's white supremacy? I'm sorry. What is going on? Everyone's so stupid. And it's all over. So it doesn't matter anymore. I'm venting because, again, we may have been hoodwinked, just like Hillary Clinton hoodwinked Bernie Sanders, and Joe Biden hoodwinked Bernie Sanders. 2 DNCs in a row when Bernie Sanders was supposed to win. Somehow, I mean, seriously, come on, guys. Nobody even talks about that. Biden was a bumbling moron. Walk around. Look, my Aunt Jill. Look, if you want to vote for me, vote for a state Senate. I'm running for Senate. Give me a look over. If you don't like what you see, then vote for the other Biden. Who the freak says that, who's not losing their mind? Now, clearly, to me, this guy's been on adrenochrome, like just mainlining adrenochrome when he's not in front of a camera for the last 4 months. Somebody tell me that's not true. Somebody tell me that he doesn't have his own personal supply of adrenochrome. Because I could show you clips. We're going to go through them today. I could show you clips of this guy and what he said. Look, if you don't vote for me, then you ain't black. What the freak? I saw a great clip somebody was posting. They went around to these, like, you know, these 4 or 5 little girls here, the guys there. They're all like 20 to 25 years old. And this guy's reading off these quotes. He's like, look, I just wanted to get your impression of Donald Trump. A couple of quotes that Donald Trump said. And what do you think about this? You know, and he says, like, look, if you don't vote for me, then you ain't black. And so, like, oh, what a racist guy. That's why he's a scumbag. We should burn him at the stake. He's the devil. He's Hitler. And then he goes through the whole thing and he goes, well, actually, what if I told you that those are actually Joe Biden quotes? Oh, well, I mean, look, there's no good choice here, you know, but like, if it has to be one or the other, Trump is so much worse. Like, he's so much worse. So I'm still going to vote for Biden. I'm like, what? You just heard him say, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. When you heard Trump say it, you want to burn him at the stake. You find out it's Biden, you're like, oh, well, yeah, but it's okay because he's an old man. That's what they say, stuff like that. Like, you know, he said a lot of silly things over the years. Excuse me? Let's just make excuses for the sleep sofa. 47 years versus less than 4 years. Check out the accomplishments. I think what you see is more was done by one guy in less than 4 years, non-politician, than the guy who's been in for 50 years, milking the system, using his office in order to make millions of dollars for his family. And you are going to vote him in as president. Wow. I thought about one other thing, guys, that I think you'll appreciate. If this goes the direction that I hope it doesn't, and this guy who literally is a piece of furniture winds up in the Oval, the Trump show doesn't have to start. In fact, I think we double down. I think the Trump show's live every freaking day. And we're just ripping this guy apart. Just taking him apart piece by piece. Thread by thread. Flipping that sleep sofa over. We have to see what's underneath. I gotta know. Did he hide anything underneath it? What if he put something in, like, the feet? Look, if we take off the rubber foot, inside there, he may have hid something inside that part of the sleep sofa. Like, it doesn't have to. Trump could just be the bitter ex-president who just wants to talk about how horrible the guy who beat him is. It could actually be really great content. And then you have the opposite side where you have the president. Look, my Aunt Jew. See, I told you, he can't even stay, like, he can't keep his eyes open for 4 seconds before he starts napping. But no, let's get rid of the billionaire who made billions and trillions for the country. Well, I don't know about that, but still. Guys, yep. Cato's right. Cato says that Biden could be offed within 30 days after offering. It has happened. Well, here's a question. If that happened prior to the swearing in, does that just make Harris the president even though nobody voted her president? How does that work? And honestly, what I'm really mostly worried about, and I think the world should be terrified of, is Nancy Pelosi as VP. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh, what a horrible human being that person is. Guys, you're putting evil in the White House. No, but Trump is evil. Is he really? Tell me, what's so evil? What did he do? Well, he said that. Oh, he did? Show me the clip. Oh, interesting. Did you see the full clip? Oh, I got it right here. What do you think now? Oh, that sounds like so much different. Yeah, I know. Oh, what else you got? Well, he said this. Oh, yeah, no, I caught that one too. So you didn't see the full clip on that one either? Here, look, I pulled that one as well. Check this out. What do you think? Yeah, I know. It's totally different, right? What else you got? Oh, well, he's a xenophobe. Oh, he is? Well, why? For what reason? Well, because... I saw that clip. Did you see the full clip? I'm just giving you... This is what every time. The full clip. You need to see the full clip. Go and do the research. Nobody wanted to do that. They wanted to take CNN at their word. Take MSNBC at their word. Take Don Lemonhead at his word. And when their words are lies... And it's being scripted by the Hollywood writers that have been sitting there doing nothing for the last year. Such a good story. Oh, I can't wait to tune back in tomorrow and see what happens in the saga of Donald Trump as Hitler. Ooh, he's Hitler. Really? How are those opportunity zones doing? What are those, Mark? Well, first, I don't know why the Democrats didn't do this. But this president puts $250 billion into the inner cities in order to give people an opportunity to find a better job. What a racist thing to do. Can't believe he signed that Reform Act too. It's just terrible. He released 4,400 prisoners. Yeah. 97% of them were black. A terrible thing. He only got 4% of the black vote last time. What a racist. I can't believe how racist that guy is. To release 4,400 prisoners, 97% of them black? What a racist. Saw some great videos of Donald Trump when he was younger, being adulated by the likes of, who's that crazy guy who does the Mike Tyson fights? Don King. Yeah. And the pastor, the guy who's a crook, you know what I'm talking about. I can't think of his name. He went from fat to skinny. You know what I'm talking about. He's a total scumbag. But those guys, Sharpton, got up in front of a crowd and gave an award to Donald Trump for saying that he has done more for the black communities in New York than anybody else in New York. This is like a major moment. And these same people came out and they were like, yeah, he's a racist. Like, what? Hold on a second. Did you see the video of yourself when you were like, this guy has done more for us than anybody else? The mayors and governors don't care about the inner cities, but this guy has done so much for us. But we have to call him a racist now because he's not a Democrat anymore. Oh. When he's no longer one of them. Nobody remembers how much they loved the Trumper. Everybody loved the Trumper prior to him coming down that escalator and saying, I'm going to rip this friggin' hole open and pour all these people into the swamp, right? I'm going to grab like a ladle. I'm going to ladle them for a little while. And when Pelosi tries to climb out, I'm going to hit her in the face with the ladle. Oh, I'm sorry, Pelosi. Was that your stupid crypt keeper face trying to come out of the soup? Yeah, it's a big septic pit of pooper. It's Pelosi, really. But seriously, this is what this guy steps up and says, I'm going to drain the swamp. There's corruption at the highest levels, and I'm going to put a stop to it. NAFTA, NATO, all these things need to be adjusted or changed, or you got to get rid of them. Did all the things, guys. I look back. I love how this sleep sofa would say, look, he talked about infrastructure. He didn't do any. He didn't do any infrastructure. Well, I'm sorry. I was trying to deal with all the other crap that was left on the plate. And we did get rid of NAFTA, by the way. Thank the Lord. It gives more opportunity to this country. And he was all for NAFTA. He's also for something called the 1994 crime bill, which put most of the people that went to jail for 15 to 20 years for like a dime bag in a park. Yeah, that's right. That was all sleepy poo. And it's glad you're going to vote him in as president when he has no idea who he is anymore. Look, my aunt, this is my sister, and that's my wife over there. No, I'm sorry, they switched on me. No, they didn't. Watch the clip. Watch the full clip. They didn't switch on him. His mind switched on him. Oh, guys. Life, liberty, and well, you know. The thing. Look, I'm sorry. I gotta go do a boom, boom, boom. Like, woof. This guy's out of his mind, guys. How did we go from Real Estate 101 to straight up real talk? What the heck, Mark? I do have to run, guys, because I want to come back on with you guys at like 6:30, 7 o'clock. We're going to be doing a long show. This is going to be a 6-hour ride. We need to be on. We're going to take in results, see what's going on, see what the polls are saying, if anything's coming in with a sort of an understanding, if it's going to be a landslide at all in one way or the other, one direction or the other. I'm nervous about this night coming up, guys, and I want to spend it with you so we can see if we can get it through it together. And hopefully we can see ourselves into the light. Oh, Mike wants to hear a song. I just gotta play one song before I go. I didn't set up for this though, buddy. I think what I should do is play you a face swap before I go because... okay, Christine wants a song too. That's two. 2 requests for a song. We gotta get some love going there. Election day, finally here. Year-long misery come down to 6 hours of nail biting and waiting for the answers to come alive. Don't go on social media tonight. Facebook will be blocking everything you say in support of positivity. This thing's still out of tune. This is what happens with the cold weather. All right, let's play you a real tune. Mark Troost in the house, Arizona Raven in the house. All right, I think we should, this is probably an appropriate time for a little Real Talk Family Jam, like a light Real Talk Family Jam, right? Light one. I may have to get my other guitar out. That work? I think that worked. Nope. There we go. All right. Wolf TV, how are you, bud? Zachary, good to see you, bud. Let's see if I can play you guys something here. All right, this is called Different. Sometimes you're different when you least expect it. I wrote this in 2004. Ooh, Christine wants to hear the family song. I may have to play you two real quick. You wonder why I sit alone in the doorway as the world rolled by. The sense of sovereign regal with a warm embrace. We all fall from grace. Sometimes you're different when you least expect it. Sometimes you need a change of pace. We all slow down. Hey, let it all slow down. We all slow down. From the top of the world I'm looking down. Woo. Kinda lonely sitting on the ground, staring up at the bright lights. From the top of the world I'm looking down. We all slow down. Hey, let it all slow down. We all slow down. Walk to the beat of a different drum. No one can stop what I've begun. I won't be a fake, won't cut and run. No one can stop what I've begun. Sometimes you're different when you least expect it. Sometimes you need a change of pace. Let it all slow down. Sometimes you're different when you least expect it. We all slow down. Hey, let it all slow down. We all slow down. From the top of the world I'm looking down. Woo! It's kinda lonely standing on the ground, staring up at the bright lights. From the top of the world I'm looking down. We all slow down. Hey, all slow down, you'll slow down. Sometimes you need a change of pace. We all slow down. Sometimes you're different when you least expect it. So guys, Thank you, D. You can listen to that anytime on Spotify. I'm going to play you guys a quick Real Talk Family Jam because we will be playing Real Talk Family Jam later. All right, so this will be very short because I want to play at least one thing for you on the way out. One face swap on the way out. They're all going to mean nothing after. Gypsy, I'm so glad you are back. I don't know what happened yesterday. I was trying to get you in, and it looks like it worked out. I don't know how, but... Oh, Letty, I'm so glad you joined. We were doing Real Estate 101, Letty. If you have any questions you'd like to ask, I will answer them for you. I'd even answer them in song. Let's quickly do a quick Real Talk Family Jam. Very quick. I got to go to the store, grab things for the fam, so I can come back and go live with you guys for like 6 hours tonight. We're starting about 7 o'clock, 7:30. I keep pushing it back because it's already 5, and I haven't gone to the store yet. So here we go. Yeah, Spotify has that album, the Something to Live For album. It also has this song on there. And a lot of other great songs. So you can go there and check out that album. It's free of charge to listen to, I believe. So, let me check this out. Yeah, we're going 6 tonight, Justice. We're going 6. Woo! Election day on the Real Talk Show. Well, correction, it's Real Estate 101, and we took it over. And Mike asked for a song, and we're going to get it on. Christine second the move. The Real Talk groove. So let's get to it. Election day, look, you gotta play, you gotta go down, put your pencil on the paper, gotta fill in the ballot, gotta make sure you fill in the square. If you don't do it, they're going to say, that's not a good one, let's put it in the garbage, especially if it's a Trumper one. That's not fair, but they say that a voting fraud's not real. Oh, really? Check out that liar. I heard to be said. I could show you. It will make your head spin. Oh, yeah. Look, my Aunt Judy told me it's okay to go vote today. So I voted for Joe Biden, you see. And you know, maybe, I don't know, because I think at the end I may have said Joe Trump. That's something we joke about on the Real Talk Show. And guess what? Christine voted, yo. On the Real Talk Family Show. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's the Real Talk Family Jam. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Na 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 na. Crickets on the line. Crickets on the line to vote now. Cricket, you vote in blue or red. Just a question. You don't have to say if you don't want to. But I voted for Trump. 4 more years, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Cato, I got that Mark Charles thing. I mean, that's the other thing. I had a bunch of friends that were writing people in. I guess that makes sense, because if they don't think their vote matters, they can just write whoever the hell they want. Real Talk Family Jam. Wow, guys, Dana says she want more cowbell. Wow, Cricket go down to Trump 2020 and voted independent. You gotta do your thing. Arizona Raven voted. Oh, what's that say? Recreation. Good for you, Arizona. That's always going to make you feel good, okay? Don't let Melania know that I partake from time to time. Melania, no gold toilet. On the Real Talk Family Jam. Christine's hilarious. Christine, I'll be over later. I'm taking Air Force One. We're going to make a pit stop at Christine's. She's got apparently some really crazy thing going down. And look, you can't stop it. You're going to have to roll it up because Pensy has a problem with it, the ball. He doesn't like to. He likes to say it's better when he rolls it up. He gonna roll it up. He says, I got 5 on it. I got 5 on it. I said, that's good. And did you know, Sleepy Joe, he likes to do it too. And every time he does, he says, look, my name's Aunt Judy. We said, you know, that's why we'd like to bring you over to Christine's, you know, because of everything she comes out of the earth. It makes it really crazy. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. Oh, here's the Real Talk Family Jam. The live show is going to be early tonight, Mark. We're going to be live probably about 3 hours from now. I keep pushing it back. It's probably 2.5 hours. I want to be on by 7:30 if possible. If possible, I'm hoping. I don't know. Got more stuff to drop for you today. I got a clip of Donald Trump, you see, and then we didn't get it out from yesterday. It's the last of his campaign rallies, and I try to make anything rhyme that I can, and I'm really bad. I don't know. I think I'm getting a little better at the idea of rhyming and rapping and in real time. I guess on the Real Talk Family Jam, it's an easy song to do it with. Christine says, that sleeps sofa's son. Maybe his son does. Sprinkles it with crack. He says, hey, Dad, I got something for you to try. It's a new box of mueslicks. Oh, I like those, Sleepy Joe says. Can you have any sugar to put on top? He says, sure. Here you go, Dad. Just sprinkle this on top and you'll never wake up again. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want you to do that. Here's something else. It makes you fall asleep. A lot of people out today voting. Didn't expect to see that. Anyone voted for Donald Duck? I didn't vote for Donald Duck. I voted for Donald Trump. I'm going to vote for 4 more years of prosperity. Hope we don't get another virus from China. We don't need another China flu. We don't need the flu on either, do you? What we got to do? I got a President She-Hole. I'm going to tell him he's a She-Hole. Hey, She-Hole, don't send us another virus because I'm going to punch you in your face. That's right, a winning big league in 2021. Oh, me and Pensy are going to win 4 more years in the White House. Pensy, do you want to say anything? Of course I do, Mr. President. I'm here. I'm here with you, Mr. President. I got your back. And if you put me in the office for 4 more years, we're going to get God into the minds of America. That's right, Mike Pence. Winning big league. It's the Real Talk Family Jam. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Love, love, love. We've got to get back to love, love, love. We've got to get back to love, 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 love. Can I ask you guys a question? Am I the only one who's seen that a complete railroading from the left for 4 years? Has anybody else felt it? I feel like the reason what made Trump popular and what made him the winner in 2016 is that the left tried so hard to make it not so. The left pushed so hard on their lies and their deceit that they forced people to go to the ballot box in droves in order to force an opportunity of something that never existed, which is a businessman to run the country and not a politician. And I do remember sitting there when it happened and saying to my wife, you know that they're going to, every day this guy's in office, they're going to just destroy him. And they have. They've just literally beaten him to a pulp every single day of his existence since he won. All lies. Some things are true. Actually, a lot of the stuff is true, but they don't tell you the good stuff that's true. This is my biggest problem with fake news, with the fake news media. Tell us everything. Okay, tell me he said this stupid thing about whatever, but I want to hear that day there's peace in the Middle East. I want to hear that day we got rid of NAFTA. That now NATO's people in different countries are putting more into NATO. Like nobody heard about any of these things when they took place, but they did hear that Trump said X that day. They did hear that Trump looked at someone weird. He was disrespectful to a reporter. That you hear. The stuff that means nothing, you hear. But the real stuff, the content that speaks to the man's character, you didn't hear any of that. You didn't hear any of that. I didn't hear any of that. I had to look, I had to search. You're either a truth seeker or you are just blind. And you're deaf, and you're just listening and eating whatever they put in front of you. Like, I can't explain it. I hope you know what I mean when I say that. Everything that's been put in front of us has been straight up, like, none of it's real. It's like they tell us it's a steak, and when you bite into it, it's charcoal. That's exactly what it is. Oh, your favorite thing in the world. Oh, this lobster looks amazing. And then you go to cut the lobster open, and it's like made of like plastic or something. It's totally nuts. I don't know what this is here. Guys, I'm going to put this on real quick so I can grab this phone call. Give me 1 second. I'm not even sure what it is.
It's Hammerlin Jameson live from the studio. We head to a phone call between Justin Trudeau and Donald J. Trump. Ladies and gentlemen, Justin Trudeau. My fellow Canadians, we are at a crucial point in a time with COVID-19. I will be taking a phone call with our neighbor to the south, Donald Trump, who believes that he can help us in our battle. And unfortunately, he has contracted COVID-19. So our hearts are out to him and all of those living in the United States. We, as Canadians, are completely in unison with our support to our neighbors from the south. So let's see what that phone call is about. Justin, it's Donald J. Trump. How are you?
Mr. President, it's a pleasure to speak with you again.
I hear you had a spike up in Canada, and we're very much concerned about you.
Well, thank you, Mr. President. We appreciate your concerns towards us, your neighbors to the north. How are you doing with the coronavirus?
Oh, no, I'm doing fine. Coronavirus. Nobody in America realizes that I'm the son of Jor-El.
Wait, you mean Superman's son?
That's right. My father came here from Krypton.
Mr. President, they're saying certain things about you, and I'm a little concerned hearing your descriptive nature on this phone call.
Gave birth to me, then I came, and I was living in a field for like 4 days until my uncle and my aunt came and found me.
Mr. President, that's the actual script to Superman.
I was asleep underneath like an old milk truck or something. And when they found me, they were like, oh, look, there's a baby underneath the milk truck. You know, go and get him under the milk truck. And I said, no, I'm okay. I spoke perfect English at like age 0. Put my finger on the truck, pushed it aside, got up. I said, look, my name is Trump. You could call me Super Trump if you want, but really, my name is Kal-El.
Donald, I think you may need some help.
Look, you have to understand that I was made on a different planet. So I'm able to take on coronavirus without any sort of backlash, really. I'm pretty sure you were born here, right, Justin, in Canada?
Yes.
Yeah, that's not going to do you any good. Look, Justin, I just wanted you to know that we've got your back. All you gotta do is reach out, let the Trumper know, and I'll send you any supplies you need. You need any ventilators? You need any PPE?
I'll check with the health ministry to see if we need anything.
Look, just don't ask Andrew Cuomo for anything, because he's going to, kill people in a nursing home. And look, I'm going to see. Let's get him on the line real quick. Hey, Cuomo, how do you think we should handle Canada?
Hey, Donald, how you doing? I got your question sent over to me by my assistant. I would probably consider sending some of those people to the nursing homes. I mean, look, it didn't work for us, okay? But if they put them out there, there's like a 50-50 chance that maybe they'll get some right, Like some of them will die. Quobover, we're not going to do that. See,
Is this not working?
What I want to know is where the hell all these New England lovers went. Because 3 weeks ago, Becky Butchie...
Wait a second. Is this not working, guys? Do you guys not hear that at all? I don't know what the hell's going on with this thing. Did you guys see that at all? I don't know what happened there. Do you even hear me? I don't know what the heck just happened there. Hold on. I got to put that back on. Yeah, look. The audio's gone. When did that happen? Just went off? Yeah, I don't know what happened there. That's really weird. Very, very weird stuff. I can fix it, but I don't know why the hell that happened. Let me just open it back up real quick and see what the hell happened there. Let me just open this up. Where are you? Here we go.
Oh, and Donald J. Trump. Ladies and gentlemen.
That was weird. I don't know what happened. So no audio at the very end. Hold on. Let me put that back just the very end for you guys so you can hear it.
It's happening.
talk show. The Real Talk Show? I'm not really sure if you watch The Real Talk Show, but you should tune in. I'll have to check out what that's about. Yeah, stop by. Baladia and I will be in the chat all night. Anyway, appreciate you, Justin. Mr. President, stay well and stay safe. You too, Justin. Have a great night.
Oh, yes. So at least it's working. It's functioning. Whatever. I noticed right away. Good. Because I was like, what is going on with that? That seems very odd. But guys, so who's coming back for the Real Talk Marathon this evening? We're basically going to, I don't know, I'm going to open up something. And we're going to just check on the results every once in a while. We'll chat things out. Cuomo over. Oh, yes. Trisha, seriously, look, if you don't have a Cuomo over like Andrew, then I don't know what to tell you. He's got the greatest Cuomo over in history. His brother, too. Yeah, Chris Cuomo over. Yeah, together they're the Cuomo over brothers. It's almost like the Bacon brothers, but much worse, really. And look, they're not even musicians. No, they smell like popcorn. And I don't know what to tell you. A Trump along. I love that. Justice is awesome. Oh, Gypsy's kicking in with us tonight. I'm so excited. Okay, let's see what Lady Jan said. The world loved him when he did the show. He won presidency through people with spirited eyes. Many don't have that vision. We wrestle not with flesh and blood, but with the evil spirits and principalities. Isn't that the truth? Wendy's in the house. We're gonna party like it's 2099. Wendy, Trisha, and Dr. Fleming's here, guys. Mark Troost. Oh, isn't that a good one, Mark? Dr. Fleming, good to see you. Love always wins. How are you? I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, so we are official, guys. The election is going to finalize today. I mean, I don't know. Are they going to be counting votes beyond? I guess, though, North Carolina for like the next couple of weeks is going to be counting votes, something weird like that. So we may be sitting here for a while waiting for a result. But I will tell you, I said this a while ago, that things are going to change substantially beyond this election. Now, how substantially, we're going to find out in the coming days, because even if Donald Trump stays for 4 more years, things are going to change. What I mean by that is when you have 4 more years with this guy and it's his last 4 years, I can guarantee you that the country opens up, like straight up. Everybody's back to work. We're talking about a 99+% survival rate. So they're not going to stop the world from living and carrying on because of that. If it was like 92 or like 8, I don't even know. Maybe Dr. Fleming can tell us where the threshold would be where people would be like, yeah, you know what? It makes sense to shut down the world. But I don't think it makes sense to shut it down for 99 plus. And also, as I said, I referenced you earlier, Dr. Fleming, as well. But as Dr. Fleming has said before, it's the deep thrombosis that is killing people. It's not the CV-19 necessarily. It's more of the different symptoms that your body, the cytokine storm within your body. And that's something that you know, look, it's scary. Yes, absolutely. I don't want CV. Absolutely. But we can't stop living our lives. Dr. Fleming says 99.83% in the study he just published survive. That means 0.17. And this, I made a joke about this with Joe Biden face swap the other day. Look, we have a 99.7% survival rate. I got to vaccinate everybody to fill that gap, that 0.3. I got to vaccinate the entire globe if we want to protect. And it's not even 100%. That's the thing, is like you could take this thing and it's not even 100%. It's like 50%, 50 to 70, Fauci said he would be okay with. Look, I'd be fine with 50 to 70%, Fauci said. Look, I told Donald Trump that we could do 50 to 70% would be efficacy that I could live with. You could live with that, Dr. Fauci? Apparently he's fine with it. Like, did you guys ever see the first Dr. Fauci clip that I ever did? It's quite insane. It's quite insane. I think I should play it for you real quick before I rip this thing apart and come back again later for the full election special. This is a Real Talk Real Estate 101 that wasn't about real estate at all. Started about it for a moment. Real estate's going to be interesting. That's all I could say. It's been interesting for years. I haven't seen a good market. Then I see a good market because of Corona. It's weird. How about a good market because of a good market? Nope. No, we don't have one of those. Just because of fear. Okay. That tells me that I got to get the hell out of the real estate business. I don't want to be in a business where nobody wants what I am selling because of fear. It's ridiculous. Check this out, guys. So this is the first vouch. Where's the vouch? Could I get a vouch, please? A bit seriously? I had the vouch that he's like not there, that he's there. I'm like, holy cow. I think this would have been a better choice. Do you guys remember this? This was real right here.
Well, I'm very upset. I was doing really well. Now I'm not doing well at all. Well, I think my Aunt Judy did it best. She said that I was the best candidate.
Did you always know that you'd be good at this?
But I was thinking that I was very good when it was hot outside and when the sun was beaming down on my head. Oh, I want to ask you, Joe, would you ever say that you would cut Medicare and Medicaid for all? Did you ever say that, Joe Biden? I would never do that. I would never cut Social Security ever. My Aunt Judy would never let me. Well, I'm going to tell you, if you listen to me, I'm going to tell you exactly what you can do. If you go to YouTube, you ever tried to do it before? Of course not. Did you ever say that before? No. Check out the YouTubes, and you can find everything that Joe is talking and saying he didn't do. I've been doing it since 1947. I was the first guy to help. I was the last guy to help, and in between I helped as well. You just be honest. Would you ever be able to do that? I'll be the best hall monitor you'll ever find. I will be the best. I have the best base. All my people love me. I want to get Joe Biden in there. I won every single election. I don't even know how.
I don't even know how. That's accurate. He doesn't even know how he's where he is right now. He's wearing a Ravens jacket, calling it an Eagles jacket. Yeah, that happened too. Love always wins. Jeff P., how are you, buddy? Guys, I want to play you something that I dropped earlier. I just thought this was really quite interesting. That's accurate. What? He doesn't even know how he's where he is right now. He's all right. That's DLive, guys. If you've not followed on DLive, please do so. I'm going to quickly show you guys what I dropped a little while ago because I think this is pretty funny. The first time you actually get to see my process. This is the process of me creating a face swap in real time with you guys yesterday. It's amazing. We only had 51 people see this so far. Like, this should be viewed much more. And so should the other thing I dropped this morning, which was very good. It was just basically a breakdown of 2 days from the process that we're about to go through today. Check this out.
You struggle to think about like how much plastic is really out there, and it blows me away to just see.
We may test something out today. I've never done this before, but I may play a couple of the longer clips for you and do the Joe Biden clips still. Let's see if I can do a face swap in real time with you guys live. How cool would that be? Well, I can't do it live. Ooh, maybe I can. I got a great idea, guys. Okay, so what we're going to do something I never thought of in my life until right this second. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to take my face swap video, or the video I was going to use of Sleep Sofa Joe, which is right here. Okay. So this is what we're going to do with Sleepy Poopy Pants, right? I'm going to do the face swap, and then I'm going to download it while we're in the middle of stuff. and then you're going to watch back what we do here together. We're going to actually do this together. Check this out. You ready? Well, thank you. Thank you very much for having me to Philadelphia, home of my favorite cream cheese. That's right. Also, I like the Philly cheesesteak on Fifth Ave. There's a guy named Rufus there. He makes a heck of a cheesesteak. I think he spits in it. It's got that special flavor. Anyway, look, my Aunt Judy told me I should come out. The only person that could save this country is a 47-year politician named Joe Sleep Sofa Biden. I'm riding Biden all the way to the victory, and then I'm going to fall asleep in the Oval. That's right. I can't wait to put my head down on the sleep sofa. Wait, hold on. Wait, they're saying I'm the sleep sofa. That's not right. Look, my Aunt Judy told me I'm not a sleep sofa. I like to think she knows what she's talking about. So look, hey, I gotta get going. So a lot of sleeping to do before the election tomorrow. I'll be getting my vote in early. Don't forget, hashtag Joe Trump. Done.
Well, thank you. Thank
Saved.
you very much for having me to film.
So now, in between, I'm gonna make this for you so you guys can watch it. How about that? We just made a face swap together. Oh, I can't wait for you to see the work we just did together, guys. That's how I make a face swap every time. You're going to see what I do. You just saw. I improvise something, and then I drop it for you, and we watch and we laugh.
It's Felix Roberts, and I'm live in the studio. We're heading to Joe Biden on his last night of the campaign before he becomes the president of the United States. Joe Biden.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much for having me to Philadelphia, home of my favorite cream cheese. That's right. Also, I like the Philly cheesesteak on Fifth Ave. There's a guy named Rufus there. He makes a heck of a cheesesteak. I think he spits in it. It's got that special flavor. Anyway, look, my Aunt Judy told me I should come out. We could see if we could fix this country. The only person that could save this country is a 47-year politician named Joe Sleep Sofa Biden. I'm riding Biden all the way to the victory, and then I'm going to fall asleep in the Oval. That's right. I can't wait to put my head down on the sleep sofa. Wait, hold on. Wait, they're saying I'm the sleep sofa. That's not right. Look, my Aunt Judy told me I'm not a sleep sofa. I like to think she knows what she's talking about. So look, hey, I gotta get going. So a lot of sleeping to do before the election tomorrow. I'll be getting my vote in early. Don't forget, hashtag Joe Trump. I don't know if it was funny watching me say that to a screen right then. Probably not. But when you see it, it comes to life.
What'd you say to Sleepy Pooper? Look, I think he did a little Philadelphia cream cheese in his pants. What happened over there, Joe?
Did you guys see he's wearing a jacket? The jacket said, like, Baltimore Ravens, right? And he's like, look, I got my Eagles jacket on. Philadelphia, look, I got my Eagles jacket on.
No, you don't, Joe. Do you know who the Eagles are? Do you know who the Baltimore Ravens are? Ravens aren't Eagles. No, they're really not. He's probably seen a lot of ravens in his backyard because Kamala Chameleon's going to push him down the stairs.
Oh, what happened? My Aunt Judy pushed me. Yeah, she did. That's what's going to happen. I've already seen this episode. I've seen this episode. That was an old gag I used to say. That was totally my old gag. And someone would be like, oh, yeah, that's going to be like, yeah, no, I've seen this episode already. Like, what? It's not on until tonight. No, I've seen it. I've seen this episode. Like, I love saying I've seen this episode. That, and I was, like, my favorite thing to do is with my kids, okay? When my kids will be like, oh, Daddy, can you make me a toast? I don't know. I'm just picking something. Can you make me toast? Oh, yeah, of course. I was All-American in 74. Making toast? You damn right. I was All-American. How about, oh, Daddy, can you help me? I need to put this, I don't know. Can you help me throw a baseball? Sure, son. I was on the Olympic team in 72. For pitching? Yeah, 72. What year were you born? 78. Yeah, that's right. Wendy! You know what? It's a stressful thing for all of us because we're all worried about what's gonna come from tomorrow, if it's gonna be the same or the way it was 4 years ago, prior to 4 years ago when we struggled. A struggle, but good things can come from where we were going prior to a literal
Plandemic. They call it the blab. There's a plan. Yeah, it's a demic, is a blam thing together. They put them together as a plandemic. If it was just a demic, it's one thing. Oh, do we have a demic? No, because if you don't have a plan without your demic, you've got nothing. I don't know what I'm talking about, guys. Tanya, I'm so glad. Tanya, so wait, what time is it where you are, Tanya? And where are you right now? Guys, do a little check-in. Tell me where you're all from. You know, Arizona and I are on the same time zone because I'm in East Coast. D, where are you right now? Hadley, I know you're up in, I think you're in British Columbia, right? Where are you, Hadley, exactly? You're about 3 hours from the Curse of Oak Island, if I recall. And Calico, you're also up in Canada, right? So I'm glad that we played the Justin Trudeau bit. Plandemic, yes, that's right. Barry knows. Barry knows without a plan, you can't have a demic. You can't have one without the other, okay? Just what happened. Christy's in Indiana. Love it. 4:28 right now, so you're an hour behind me. Ontario. Daniel, what time is it right now where you are in Ontario? Are you behind me or are you same time? I don't know how things work. I don't know the map. Geography will stop my strong suit. I used to joke, people like, oh, I'm going to Wyoming. I'd be like, oh yeah? Is that a drive? Is that like a short drive? Not really. Nova Scotia. Oh yeah, you are Nova Scotia. You're closer to the Curse of Oak Island than I thought. Sacramento, Cali. Jeff P's in the house. Jeff's gonna like this show from later because he got another basically 3 hours from now. It's still gonna be like 5:30 for him. We're gonna be kicking out at 8:30 here on the East Coast. Let's see what else. Wait, Eastern Shore. Are you in Maryland, Cricket? Love always wins. Texas. Yeah, Cricket, you're not far from me at all. We actually drove through, to go down and get our dog down in, I think it was like, I want to say we drove to like Virginia. Did we go to Virginia? We drove like 11 hours. It's crazy. No, it was Pennsylvania. I'm sorry, it was Pennsylvania. We're close to Virginia. No, we freaking went to Virginia because we had to drive through D.C. And like when you're in D.C., you're like there. You know, it's like that little area there. Oak Island, Barry. Is that where you are, Barry? Are you at Oak Island, Barry? Oak Island's my favorite. I'm going to tell you guys a quick story before I go to the store. Oak Island. I love Oak Island. You know what I was thinking about doing? I just had an idea. I just don't know if this is silly or not. Oh, I'm so happy, Calico. I have this idea, and I'm toying with it in the moment. With taking, since we just did this with the YouTube clip, taking an old show, some show, and just streaming it right now while we're live on this feed. I'll change the title to just say Election Day and say the day-long stream or something. And we let that replay go until I get back from the store, and I'll just jump back in here. I'll wind it down wherever it is and jump back in here and keep going with the real show and make this like a 10-hour broadcast today. I'm contemplating it. Because if I put on, say, for example, I put on an hour-and-a-half show. I got 5-hour shows. If I just put on a 4-hour show and just start it, let it go. Would you guys watch? I mean, there's so many great shows that you haven't seen. Maybe that would be a pretty cool thing for you. Just pick a show out of the hat and throw it on for you guys. Calico says to do it. Calico says I should do it. I like when people get behind me and say, just do it, Mark. Just throw it up there. Go and grab your stuff and leave it running. Just leave this puppy going. And when you come back, some people will still be here. And you know what? I could actually, while I'm at Stu's, I can open up my phone and chat with you guys. Oh, yeah, I remember this. I seem to recall George Richaud telling me that day 333 was awesome. I wonder if there's a way I could find that quickly. I'm going to go over to YouTube and see if I can find day 333 and see how long the show was, first of all. Because if it's long enough, then maybe that's one I can use. Let's see. Day 333, if it comes up. It did, but that's not long. This is like one from my office. It's 45 minutes long. That's not going to work.
I used to do it for my office. I would get together with you guys and these things would go. Like I've got so many different older shows here. Let me pick something else that's more recent where we know we did a good 2 hours. So there's no way I'm going to wind up having a blank screen here at all. I think it just moves to a new program, but whatever. Let me see if I can find something cool here. You know, it was a good show. All of them. Every show we get together, guys, they're awesome. Like, we have so much fun here. I can't pick one that I'm saying is better than any other show. They're all so much fun. I'm thinking today is, why don't we pick the show from 7 days ago? So it's a week ago. What do you think? Then at least we know. Or we could play day 666 in a row. I know that was a fire show. We got 1,000 views on that one. I didn't know we had that many views on that episode. That's a killer show. Well, let's see. Daniel had an idea. We should figure out how we can somehow get Real Talk interviews of some kind. For sure. Well, Daniel, I have that ability already because I have the Zoom set up on my screen here to go. We just need to bring people on. I was doing that for a little while. I had an interview with an investigative reporter once a week, and then Dr. Fleming was on basically once a week. What I thought was interesting, and I don't know if your perspective on this would be the same, but I thought to myself, if the new family members came over to this show and the first time they saw it, they saw me interviewing somebody, they'd probably be like, I see that everywhere, and they'd jump. They'd just be like, all right, whatever. But that's what I told the people I had been interviewing. I said, look, let me put a pause. Let me just put a pin in interviews for a little while until we could build out this family and people know what this show is about. And then I could bring a guest on and I could have a conversation with them and people won't be like, oh, what does he do? You know what I mean? They'll be like, okay, cool. This is something different today, you know? So right now I've been in this mode of every day just putting on what I think is just something in the moment, the unique show that this is, and the idea of bringing people on for straight up interviews I hadn't thought about doing again yet. But if Daniel says that it's time for that, maybe it is. Maybe it's time for that for us to get back into real calls, get some real interviews going, I'd love to get all kinds of people on the show. I had a thought for a while, I talked about this, that I was going to have a different person on every single day. So even if it's just a 5 or 10 minute thing, but every show I'm live. So every show I'll have somebody join me for a quick 5-minute Zoom call. If I can get to the point where I have someone like the real Gary V call in, and he and I are talking, we're doing dueling Gary V. Look, Gary V, look, crushing it. Look, if you're not going to tag sales, crushing it, go to eBay and sell it. You're going to be crushing it. And it would be cool to one day have these people live. It's not one day. We're going to do it, my friends. It's going to happen. I just don't know when, why, who sets it all up. But it does happen. And that's when I'll say what I always said. I've seen this episode already. We do it. We do it well. We do it really well. And they're like, oh, we should do more. They're like, oh, let's do another one. Kyleco says, call-in show, 30 seconds to speak and let the heart speak. Well, that's a great one. We already have that going, but no time limit. No time limit. You know what? We take the conversation. However, I do have to get better if it's not going anywhere. Just be like, all right, it was awesome chatting. Let's give somebody else a chance to get on the air. You know, that type of thing. But call-ins is a huge part of the show. In fact, we're going to do that tonight, I think. I think we're going to do call-ins during the real estate or during the election segment of the show. So 10 seconds to save your world episode. Call-in show. I like that idea. Daniel said, I support you no matter what you decide. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, I think, this show is going to constantly evolve, and you guys are a huge part of that. So, I'll tell you, the reason why I had Dr. Fleming, the reason why I had Mary Ann on was because people that were watching the show introduced it. Bulldag hasn't been on lately. I got to check on him, see if he's okay. But Bulldag it was the one who set me up with both of these people. Basically, he was like, do you want to interview someone? I was like, yeah. He's like, I'll set it up. So he went out there and started talking to people. He's like, look, I got this show I watch, and I think you'd like to be interviewed by this guy. It's a positivity show. Before you know it, I had an investigative journalist on every week. She came on once, but because of what we're doing here, it is very infectious. She was like, I said, this is an open platform for anybody who wants to speak their truth, because we're all shadow banned. So you want to speak your truth and you can't get it out in your platform, come here and you can get it out to nobody on my platform as well. But at least you have one more platform that's interested in helping you spread the word. And so she's like, I'll come back next week. And then we did 9 weeks in a row until we missed a week somewhere in there. And then I was like, you know what? Right now I need to do just real talk, because if I start doing interview guy, like everybody does interview guy. And I think I do ask interesting questions, and the conversations are different than other conversations. The interview would be different, but I don't think that shows us as being different. When I'm interviewing people and just talking and asking them questions and getting to the bottom of things, it's interesting. It is, but there's nothing like living in the moment, creating content for you, letting celebrity impressions come to life in real time. And I just wouldn't want the show to go backwards at all. So that's my only fear. Like if someone, for example, say Jeff was like, look, would you ever be interested in interviewing Dave Chappelle? Be like, yeah, let's set it up. Like, yeah, because we know we've got Dave Chappelle. Like Dave Chappelle, I'd like to see more than me on the guitar. I'll bring Dave Chappelle on anytime. And I want to have a conversation. Like I'm joking about Dave Chappelle, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? Something that we know is going to add value for you, I will think about. But I don't want to go and do things just to do things. To me, this show has to be this show, or else it has to be something that's going to make you guys feel as good as this show, if not better. And I don't know what better means, but as good as this show is what I'm aiming for if I could find it. Christy said, like my Christopher Walken, wow, Christy, you crazy, you come down. Election time's gonna be crazy. Who's gonna win? I think Trump pulls it out, landslide. Wow, the landslide, you can't take you in. Keith, how are you, buddy? Oh, Keith, did you get a chance to download the podcast? Because you're in the truck. Hope you get the podcast. Any podcast platform you listen to. Just type in The Real Talk Show. You'll find me. And there's 70 episodes. I'm about to drop another one today or tomorrow. Just because we need to get at least 1 or 2 out a week. Especially with Keith on the road. I'll tell you what. Keith, if you told me, and hopefully I'll hear from you again on this. If you told me, Mark, I downloaded the podcast. I've been listening to it in the truck. That is going to give me the fuel, my friend, to drop podcast after podcast for you. For you. Like, seriously, I will do it for you. And I don't know if anybody listens to him. I don't know if anybody listens to the Drive Around podcast, but I would deliver those for Keith. Because knowing that someone out there wants the podcast, the podcast, I would go out of my way to drop more podcasts. So like that, I'm hoping Keith will say, or someone else who's driving a truck. Like that's my vision and dream right now, is to hear a trucker out there like, buddy, I'm driving across this country just blasting Real Talk, listening to the messages, listening to the music. I'm just into it. And that's what that's what gets me going. That's what makes me feel inspired to come up and just create more and to drop more content. Like I'm over Instagram, guys. I hate Instagram. I put out the most amazing piece of content on Instagram the other day. It was the one where I said, I will fail every single time for you guys in order to create something magical. It was such a powerful moment. I went back there after 4 hours and 24 people had seen it. 4 hours, 24 people saw that message. I got 2,000 friends on Instagram. 24 people saw that message. Zuckerchooch. I'm so over Mark Zuckerchooch. And we're going to take this folio down. You and your negativity. Oh, well, I'm a billionaire. Yeah, I know. But you're also a chooch. And one day, when I'm sitting across from you and I'm interviewing you, and I say, what was it like to be abducted at such a young age and for them to put that thing up your... And how did you deal with it? And when they implanted their own mind into you, like, how did that feel? Like, and when you became the larva known as the alien from the planet, how did that feel? I just want to know. I want you to tell us, Zucker Chooch. I really cannot stand that guy just because he censors this program. When you go live and you don't swear because you want to try to provide a family-friendly entertainment program, and a guy by the name of Mark Zuckerchooch creates a platform saying it's about open, it's about speaking, it's about connecting. And then he freaking shadow bans you for 674 days. The old Three Stooges poke 'em in the eye routine comes into play. I'm just saying. Oh, D, awesome to see you. Daniel, yeah, nobody likes the Zuckerchooch. Seriously. So guys, should I do that thing with a show, or should we just call it and I'll come back in a little while? I think I'm almost thinking we should call it and come back, just because it should be a fresh stream just about what we're doing in the election, the face swaps, though it would be kind of crazy to drop a 12-hour stream. Oh my goodness, Conspiracy, I love the way you're thinking. I love the way you're thinking, Conspiracy. I really hope. I'm hoping. Let's see, right now, I want to hear from the 27 of you. What do you guys got on your books? It's 5:45 right now. I could run down. I'd probably be back here at this point. I'd be back here at 7:45, unload, and I'd be live here again by 8:05. And oh, Keith has got the podcast. All right, so I'm going to drop more podcasts for Keith. Oh man, Keith is awesome, guys. I want to read this message to you because it just made my day. Okay. Keith said, most definitely, brother. I also watch replays too. Your podcast is awesome. I'm sure that there are many of us listening on the road. I share your channel with everyone I can on the CB. That's the coolest message I've ever heard right there. Thank you, Keith. I love you, brother. That is the coolest thing. I really appreciate that. Paul said, did you ever think you could do Weird Al Yankovic songs? Aluminum Foil. I don't know that one, but I was just thinking about, wait, you had 3 syncs that T-Man wins. What does that mean, 3 syncs? Is that like a thing? Tell me, because I want to know if he wins. Take a break, come back. Jim's right. You know what? Jim is the man. Jim's always like, look, buddy, we're going to be back later. Just go. Don't stress out. You got a program running when you're in the car driving somewhere. That would be kind of weird. I was about to do it though, Jim, but then he just talked reason. Jim's always talking reason to me. So it's perfect. Sonny won't be free till later. Wendy, I think we're going to wrap this up, guys. Supper break. Yep. I'm going to go do a Calico. Got it right. So we've got a couple of them going here. So let's do this, guys. I will be back. We're going to be kicking it later. A ton of face swaps. I'm playing you my body of work from this year. Everything we created up to this election day that kind of is moot tomorrow. And we're going to just laugh our faces off tonight. Lady Jan said, go get some more coffee, Mark. You're going to need it. You are so right. We just did an hour and 38, and later we're going to do at least 6 hours. I'm telling you. I'm so excited. I am so excited to do this with you guys. This is my first election live for Real Talk. It's our first election live for Real Talk. So join me. We're going to at least see where this thing is going. We may not find a winner tonight, but we're going to have a good time while we watch. It's MARKPIRES. And it's Real Talk. Love you guys. See you in a little bit.